And then I'm also taking another graph. So which other graph do I want to pick? Credit utilization ratio against the payment behavior. Not here. We'll take a pie chart instead. If I want to increase this, to format it. No, we don't need any formatting. So let's leave it at that. So this is what, this is your pie chart. So I'm renaming this sheet as pie chart. So why am I doing all this? So that you'll understand as to which all variables have selected. And when I change the variables across the panes, how the graph that is generated changes. So out here also I can see that these are the different attributes that they want and that we have used for generating these graphs. So let's come back here. It's an area graph and a line graph. Out here, that's a symbol map. So I'll rename this as what? Symbol map. Let's save as what? Okay, so we are saving this as line and area graphs. Okay, we'll save it as line and area graphs. Yes, let's replace it, no problem. So these are the different file types that I have put in here for us to understand them better. And which other graphs do you want me to cover? I can take, yeah. These are simple text graphs. So if you just select them, they'll show you out here. But that's not what we are wanting to do. So I'm selecting the area graph, right? So I'm selecting this particular area. Selecting this particular area. So again, I'm saving this. And let us create another file here, and we'll create another graph over here. So low values against the dates. Low values against the dates. And out here, again, this is the yearly value, right? So we'll change this to daily values. And so this is how it will look like. But again, which kind of graph is that? That is a line graph. Let us change it like this. Okay. This is a line graph. That is for day price. So depending upon the price that you have, this is the high and the low that we have taken here. Supposedly, if I want to add another value here, such as high. So you can see that there are two different graphs that have been plotted. And if I wish to make any changes here, right click, you can make the changes here, trend line, annotate, mark label, mark type, and things like that. So this is how you can build multiple line graphs also for the daily price data that we see here. Let's keep saving it. Symbol graphs. Let us take another sheet here and we'll take the country, and against that we'll build the world share. Right. So what do we see here now? This is different. Okay. This is the maps type graph. So let's rename this as maps. So what do I see here in this particular graph? We are seeing the world's share, how high or how low it is. So what do we see here? We see United States as the highest world share, 0.2%. It's 0.2%. This Alaska is also part of United States, of course. And the same is followed by what? China at 0.13. Russia is at 0.04. So China is 0.13. India is at 0.05. So typically US and China, they account for the world's share by how much? 0.33%. So 33% of 0.33, the 33% of world's consumption goes to US and China alone. And then there are other small timers and smaller countries. Canada is, yeah, 0.03. Russians also at 0.04. India is at 0.05, which means India has a healthy oil and gas consumption also. But of course, it does not match the Chinese and the US consumption. So this is how the overall consumption looks like. Right click on this, and you can also work on towards the map options. So you can show them as a map search. You can show map scale. You can see the scale is reflected over here. Allow pan and zoom, show view toolbars and all. So these are the functions that you have, additional options that you can use. If you wish to make it bigger, yep, that is how it looks like. So you can bring it in. You can also maximize and zoom in, zoom out. Deselect zoom and so this is how you can work on the different maps when it comes to Tableau. I'm saving this file also for you all. Let's click on show me the bubbles. Let us open a new file and then we'll see things as bubbles. What with the same data set. So country, against that we need what? The world's share. Oh wait, GDP per capita, no, price per liter. Gallons GDP per capita. Let's take this value here. Packed bubbles. So again, what do we see here? Well, the per GDP capita consumption for different countries is provided. A gallons GDP per capita can buy. Venezuelans can buy the highest. Gallons GDP per capita can buy. It's 200,000. So Venezuelans are the largest. Of course, they're also the largest oil and gas producer and part of the OPEC cartel, as they call it. Then we have the Libyans and the Brunei, Kuwait, and Qatar. So this is how you can draw the bubble, packed bubble maps also. So let's right click here and rename this as packed bubbles. So we have drawn practically almost all kinds of maps and showed you all substantial chunk of maps here with different examples. We have the relevant data sets also. So fine, with this, I would like to let's take a quick review at what all we have. We built maps and advanced data as well. We can analyze data and inspect data. So when it comes to inspecting the data, what do? We go to here, we check this out. What kind of data do we have? You can also click on the view data here. So it shows you what all are the data, what all are the columns and the rows in this particular data set.